Welcome to Newswatch tonight as we bring you news that made headlines today. Hoping you had a wonderful day. My name is Melissa Oduor. On the sign language is Boniface Muredi. Newswatch begins now. Now, Erastus Edung Ethacon and 6 other nominees now await President William Ruto's approval to serve as commissioners in the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC. The National Assembly okayed the names after the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee, JLAC, presented a report endorsing the nominees following a vetting process. The endorsed commissioners are Angerin Deritu, Moses Atu Alutalala Mohwana, Mary Karen Sorobit, Hassan Nur Hassan, Francis Odhiambo Oduor, and Fahima Arafat Abdallah as IEBC commissioners. President William Ruto is expected to formally appoint the nominees through a gazette notice within 7 days. This comes even as the High Court had temporarily barred their formal appointment and swearing in, pending the full hearing and determination of a constitutional petition.
Honorable Speaker, you never win an election based on who is presiding over that election. If you want to win an election, take your agenda to the people of Kenya. Speak to the people of Kenya. You will never win an election based on hatred. You will never win an election because you are showing bitterness to everybody or belittling people from certain communities because you think the village you come from is more important than other villages in Kenya, Honorable Speaker. We all come from certain villages, and they are as important as your small village, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, this commission, as I said, we are 3 years late. And the sooner we approve, the sooner the president appoints, and the sooner this commission begins working, the better for this country, Honorable Speaker. Because there are people who are suffering in this country, lacking representation, Honorable Speaker. The people of Banisa, may I not remind you, Honorable Speaker, have sued you. Yes. Not anybody else, you as a Speaker of the National Assembly, because they lack representation in this House. And so are the other constituencies, Honorable Speaker, the people of Magarini, the people now of Kasipul, Kabondo, and many wards across the country where people are lacking representation simply because we do not have an IEBC. In fact, Honorable Speaker, any leader, whether in this House or outside there, who is not in support of this motion and the establishment of a new IEBC is an enemy to this republic, is an enemy to the people of Kenya. That is someone who does not wish this country well.
Now, President William Ruto has urged county governments to ensure all health facilities in their counties are registered under the Social Health Authority, SHA. Speaking during a consultative meeting with county governors at State House, Nairobi today, the president said county health executives should spearhead the registration of the facilities to ensure respective residents benefit from the healthcare services under the Social Health Authority.
Private hospitals, almost all of them are already registered. All the facilities are registered with SHA.
Correct, Your Excellency.
The problem with the public is that we have so many public facilities that are yet to be registered, which is really unfortunate. Because if you don't register your facility, they don't get the benefit of the refunds, and they don't get the benefit of being given the money.
Yes.
So my request to governors is instruct your CECs and COs to make sure and give them a KPI. Any facility in a county that is not registered is a big loss to both the community there and to the whole plan of delivering health, you know?
Health Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale has raised the alarm over what he described as unchecked expansion of health-related causes in the country, warning that the trend could undermine the quality of healthcare training. He was speaking when he officially opened the 8th biannual KMTC scientific conference themed Advancing Equity in a Rapidly Changing Environment at the KMTC headquarters in Nairobi. The event also served as his first visit to the institution since taking over office. CS Duale reaffirmed the government's support for KMTC, emphasizing its role in producing competent health professionals. He also announced the abolition of the mandatory rational hospital attachment fee for the KMTC students. As part of the visit, CS Duale flagged off 5 vehicles to support student clinical training and community health outreach across KMTC campuses. Still on health matters, the Director of Medical Services, Dr. Patrick Amoth, has urged Kenyans seeking cancer treatment to register under the Social Health Authority, SHA, further announcing that the Ministry of Health had increased the treatment allocation to 550,000 shillings annually. While lauding the partnerships between the ministry and healthcare providers such as RFH Healthcare, Dr. Amoth said such arrangements will enable Kenya maximize on health tourism as patients from neighboring countries will seek affordable treatment in the country's healthcare facilities, which are benefiting from the Social Health Authority.
Initially, under the SHA benefit package, what was allocated for cancer treatment was 400,000 Kenya shillings per member per person. Due to the cry of Kenyans, we have revised that upwards to now 550,000 shillings per year. We know that may not be sufficient for all cancers, but it will be able to cover a large fraction of the treatment for cancer patients. Yesterday, the Cabinet Secretary for Health, Oduor Duale, gazetted what is in the law under the Social Health Insurance Act called the Benefits Package Tariffs Advisory Panel, which is supposed to be able to review the menu of services offered under SHA. And as soon as they commence their meetings, they'll be able to advise us. If they tell us we need to be able to up the cancer treatment from 550 to maybe 700, that will be something for consideration, based also on the money collected.
Education sector now. Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Migos has reaffirmed the government's commitment to providing free examination services for learners across the country. Speaking during the inaugural graduation ceremony of Riragia Technical and Vocational College, CS Migos emphasized that no parent would be required to pay examination fees, as the government has already catered for this cost in its budget. Ogamba also noted improvements in the disbursement of capitation funds, highlighting that this year's second-term capitation was released in May, earlier than in previous years, where funds were often disbursed in June or in July. The CS has meanwhile assured of the government's ongoing efforts to streamline the education system through the 3-pathway model, where schools are being classified based on their capacity to implement 1, 2, or all 3 pathways, with upgrades underway for institutions capable of handling the full model.
I can assure parents, as we have done previously, that the examination fees will be borne by the government. No parent is going to be required to pay the examination fees.
I want to assure all parents, wherever they are across the country, that money meant for examination is in the budget, so don't get worried. The money meant for examination of our children is in the budget, and we cannot even dare remove the money because we know these parents are not able to pay the examination fee, and we need our children to go to school and learn.
In Isiolo, a cross-section of women senators under the Kenya Women Senators have called out Isiolo Governor Abdi Ibrahim Hassan over his remarks against Isiolo Senator Fatuma Dulo during his Madaraka Day speech, saying they were a blatant attempt to frustrate, demean, and intimidate the senator and perpetuate dangerous stereotypes with the aim of discouraging women's participation in public life. Governor Abdi had accused Senator Dulo of using land issues to stir division and confusion among Isiolo communities. Abdi dismissed claims allegedly made by the senator that the newly established Oldonyiro sub-county will lead to land being taken from the Burat ward residents, describing the allegations as false and politically motivated by Senator Dulo. However, in a statement, the women senators have urged Senator Dulo to take action against the governor, including moving to court on defamation grounds and initiating the process of declaring the Isiolo governor unfit to hold public office through the National Gender and Equality Commission. And a section of elders in Embu County has called on leaders in the ruling UDA government to stop blame games and embrace dialogue to sort out their differences. The call comes a few days after Governor Cecily Mbarire, who is the UDA National Party chair, alleged that there were senior government officials trying to undermine her authority during the Madaraka Day celebrations on Sunday. Mbarire accused the unnamed officials of holding secret meetings in the county to ostensibly plot her political downfall and vowed to fight back. The elders from Nyangi Ndiriri Cultural Group have now expressed concern that their political tiff between the leaders was unhealthy and would only serve to derail development in the county. Speaking during a press briefing in Embu town, the elders asked all the involved parties to stop talking at each other and start talking with each other to mend their differences. Group Chair Andrew Ireri accused the leaders of heightening political temperatures and putting the county in a campaign mode as if elections were near. And Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has dismissed reports of a political fallout between him and Embu Governor Cecily Mbarire, terming the claims as baseless and misleading. Speaking during the National Macadamia Conference held at the Embu University grounds today, the Deputy President reassured residents that his relationship with Governor Mbarire and the people of Embu remains strong and unshaken. Kindiki had earlier on disclosed that he had met Mbarire this morning in Embu and the Embu County Assembly Majority Leader Peter Mureithi to discuss status of national government projects in the area and interventions to protect key agricultural value chains. Kindiki assured the public that there is no cause for concern, stating that both he and Mbarire remain united in serving the people of Embu.
Because I don't think there's anybody who knows me or who knows the friendships and the ties between me and the people and the leaders of Embu, who could imagine there could be the slightest issue between us and any leader from Embu or any person from Embu, because this is home, so there is no cause of alarm. I saw there were some politicians that are trying to create problems, and there are no problems. And to demonstrate there are no problems, apart from what DG has said, I bring you greetings from my sister, Ces Mbarire, the governor of Embu County. She could not be with us because the president has called another meeting at 2 o'clock in State House on livestock vaccination with all governors. That's where she is. She could not be here and be back before 2.
Regional news now. Burundians are preparing to vote in the country's parliamentary elections tomorrow, June the 5th. This comes as the country faces a difficult economic situation that has been deteriorating for a long time. It has been a difficult time for the opposition parties there, unlike the ruling party, as the opposition has complained of threats and attacks on activists by the ruling party. This situation has contributed to anxiety in the country. Earlier this year, politicians from the country's opposition parties were prevented by the Electoral Commission from participating in this year's general elections. However, what Burundians are currently concerned about is the high cost of living, a situation that has made them unhappy about tomorrow's elections. We'll take a short break now. We'll be back with the day's sports news. Don't go too far.
Hope TV is where you look and live, with an excellent selection of the best Christian programming consisting of local and international content of inspirational stories, talk shows, Bible commentary, youth, health shows, children entertainment, contemporary gospel music, extended times of worship, live broadcast, news, movies, drama, Christian ministry programs, and so much more. Hope TV is another quality service from Christ is the Answer Ministries, with over 45% of authentic and credible local content every week. Hope TV is a sister station to Hope FM, Kenya's leading Christian radio station, with footprints across the country. Tune in to Hope TV, where you look and live.
Thank you for tuning in to Hope TV, your go-to channel for hope, inspiration, education, and wholesome entertainment. At Hope TV, we are committed to knowing God and making Him known through powerful media content. We truly value you and are dedicated to serving you better. For feedback, inquiries, or complaints, reach out via WhatsApp or SMS on 0708 222 323. Email us at customerexperience@hopefm.org. Hope TV, look and live.
Sports now. The national women's soccer team Harambee Starlets is facing hosts Morocco in an international friendly match this evening, right at this hour. The Village Sportif de Tangier Stadium in Tangier, as part of their preparations in the upcoming Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON second round qualifiers against Gambia in October. Kenya and Morocco last met in December 2023 in a friendly encounter.
Nimefurahia sana kukuwa part of national team because imekuwa muda sana and naweza sema ni experience poa. Hii friendly I think inatusaidia sisi kama players ku prepare to hii coming WAFCON qualifiers and inatupea pia a lot of experiences kama players na pia opportunities. Yeah.
Kwa leo niko tayari, timu iko tayari kwa mechi ya leo kulingana na training tumefanya na kulingana venye my teammate venye wametrain inaonyesha tuko tayari kwa game ya leo. So hii game inatugauge, game iko mbele yetu ya qualifiers zenye ziko mbele yetu. So tunashukuru kwa federation venye wameiandaa hii friendly, at least itagauge team penye tunaelekea.
The scores are already at 1-0 in favor of Morocco. In that game, it's being played behind closed doors in Morocco. Moving on, Grand Slam track is investigating the alleged abuse of three-time Olympic gold medalist Gabby Thomas at a meet in Philadelphia over the weekend. The American sprinter posted on social media that a man had followed her around the track and then shouted personal insults at her as she signed autographs for fans. Thomas explained that she publicly called out the man because she saw him bragging about heckling her on social media. In the 11-minute video, he showed clips of him heckling Thomas and saying he wanted Melissa Jefferson Wooden to win the 200 meters race. And the man who posted sports betting videos on YouTube said the results helped him win money and posted images of his winning bets after backing the Jefferson Wooden. Grand Slam says they are working to identify the individual involved and will take appropriate action as necessary. And that's how we wrap up Newswatch tonight. Thank you for your company as we brought you this newscast. My name is Melissa Oduor, together with my co-anchor Boniface Moredi on the sign language. On behalf of the entire crew behind the scenes, have a good night.